So the New York Knicks did not get off to the type of start that we had hoped, but they've since turned it around. 5 straight wins. That's the second longest streak since 2013-14. And on top of that, Jalen Brunson has been balling out. Prior, he was still playing good basketball, but the shot wasn't there, and he's been finding it too, despite being injured. I mean, he was questionable with that foot contusion. Still went out there, gave the Knicks 30 points and I think it was like 7 assists or something. Brunson has proven to be even better than that $104 million contract that he got. There was tampering charges. There was a bunch of stuff going around. But at the end of the day, I mean, guys like Ja Morant and Desmond Bane and Mikal Bridges all came out and said that the fans can say what they want, but we know that Brunson is a talented player and he's going to thrive in New York. And they were right. There was a lot of doubters. I mean, even myself, when Brunson first signed, I definitely had doubts because I was like, Brunson, he's a smaller point guard. How is this going to work with Fournier? But then I started to think about it. Yeah, Brunson just balled out in the playoffs. He's an extremely efficient player. And, of course, he has connections with the Knicks, with his dad. So before I get into the rest of the video, though, if you guys are a fan of the New York Knicks, you've come to the right place. My name is Knicks Daily. I've been a fan my whole life. I haven't made a video in like 3 weeks. Was finishing up college. I graduated, but I'm going to be dropping videos hopefully every single day, man. With the way this team's been playing, it's kind of crazy, too, because Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose and Cam Reddish, I mean, these guys aren't playing, but then you have Emmanuel Quickly, you have Miles McBride, who are seeing a ton of minutes together, which is what we really wanted. It's been interesting, too, because Obi Toppin is injured, and the rotations for Tibb have been great. Defensively, the tenacity is certainly there. The guys are just playing hard. I mean, Thibodeau, beginning of the year, was on the hot seat, and it was absolutely rightfully deserved. I mean, a lot of people are kind of forgetting that Tibb was an issue. Well, he was an issue last season because he just really couldn't run an offense. And then the rotations, and this season, the Knicks just, there was times where they looked lost. Like, Tibb was a defensive-minded coach, but we weren't defending. But since then, I mean, he's really turned it around. The question mark for the Knicks moving forward is really going to be R.J. Barrett. In the 5-game winning streak, he's shooting 38% from 3. But on the season, he's shooting 28.8%. Well, actually, it went up a little bit. Entering the game against the Bulls, he was shooting 28.8% from 3. Also, he has a 12.6 player efficiency rating. That's the lowest it's been since his rookie year. The thing with RJ is he has all the potential in the world, but we expected him to be farther ahead than where he is right now. So if he can continue to shoot the 3 ball at a 38% clip, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to have an issue with him. He is not going to be a superstar in this league. He might never be an all-star. But if RJ can just keep getting better, he's got a lot of potential. I mean, there's a reason why RJ went third in the 2019 draft. And there was a point in time where I'm not going to say nobody thought RJ was better than Zion. Like, we all knew that. And, like, even some people had Cam over RJ. But we know that RJ he has talent, and he's just trying to piece it together. It's the efficiency that's been killing RJ. That's the thing. Julius Randle has 5 consecutive 25 and 7 games. He had 31 and 13 to go with 7 assists against the Bulls. Randle has been balling. He was another question mark coming into the season. We were wondering if Randle would be able to get back to his all-star self, and he clearly has. Randle has been playing fantastic. We know he can get hot in a hurry. Without him, the Knicks definitely wouldn't even be close to a 5-game winning streak. Quentin Grimes is starting, of course. He's seeing a ton of minutes, knocking down threes. I think he had 4 or 5 threes last game. I can't remember the exact number, but he hit some threes, and defending is Grimes' bread and butter. That's why he's starting over Fournier, because Fournier can't defend. And no disrespect, I mean, Evan Fournier is a good shooter and scorer, and he can pass a little bit, but he just doesn't bring the defense that Grimes does. And with Jalen Brunson in the backcourt, you need defense there. Deuce, of course, Emmanuel Quickly. These guys are playing those backcourt minutes together, and it's been great, especially considering them and Grimes. I just love what I'm seeing. D Rose, ever since he was put out of the rotation, the Knicks started winning, and Rose said himself that, I'll just quote him exactly. So, quote, if we were losing, probably, I would think about trade rumors, but I like winning. I'm a winner. He also added, I like being around a locker room where the vibrations are just winning, and they got Deuce playing ahead of me. I can't hate on that young man. So you guys can see Coach Tibb clearly has made good decisions by going to McBride over Rose. It's led to winning. And Rose is still being that veteran that we hope he'd be, just embracing it. And Rose eventually is going to have his number called upon. You never know when it's going to be, but he'll stay ready. And Rose, beginning of the year, really was playing good basketball in 10, 12 minutes a game. But clearly McBride just is too good of a player to be keeping in warm-ups, right, in like sweatpants. We need him out on the court. He's always been good when given an opportunity, especially defensively. When he's knocking down threes and playmaking, it's just an added bonus, which he's been doing. Tibb, he's in his 3rd season with the Knicks. Of course, we all remember that season where the Knicks overachieved, but they still lost in the first round. We're just focused on making the playoffs, but this time we definitely don't want to lose in the first round. That's a disappointing season. When you lose in the first round of the playoffs, unless you're a team that people were like the Thunder, right? Remember the Thunder back in the bubble when they lost to the Rockets in the first round in 7 games? Like, that's a good season. But for the New York Knicks, I mean, I'm not going to say we have championship aspirations, but we certainly have big plans ahead. So we want to make a run. I'm looking at the Eastern Conference, and the Celtics, the Bucks, these 2 teams are just better than everyone else. But we know that the Knicks can beat the Cavs, the Nets, the Sixers, the Pacers, Hawks, like any of these teams the Knicks can run with. So preferably, getting up to the 3rd seed would be fantastic. I mean, you're still going to have to see the Boston Celtics, which is something that you don't want to do, but you're going to have to see the Bucks or the Celtics regardless. So catching them as late as possible. I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of getting ahead of myself, but I'm just saying, even like the Celtics and the Knicks when they played, the Celtics just could not miss from 3. The Knicks were still in the game too. The Knicks were getting 2s and the Celtics were getting 3s, and that was in the Garden. I watched that full game. Moving forward, it's just about continuing to improve. The starting lineup has been great. The bench has been great. That's pretty much it. I mean, Mitchell Robinson has been crashing the boards and blocking shots. Everything he's been doing, he's been good since he's come back. We're hoping that he can just continue to stay out of foul trouble. And that's pretty much it, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the video. I haven't made one in 3 weeks, so I feel like I haven't made one in 3 months. But tomorrow's game is against the Bulls. We just beat them, of course, in Chicago. So hopefully this time around the Knicks can replicate that. It's your boy, Knicks Daily. I'm signing out. Peace.